Hello, 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 and welcome back to the channel. We are looking at Bitcoin. Looking at Bitcoin, because markets have just opened about 15 minutes ago. I do believe a lot of the markets opened up in the green. Let me check real quick. Yeah, so it looks like all the traditional markets are in the green, and it does look like some of the positiveness is rolling into the crypto space, which is absolutely beautiful. So you can see how weird this little movement has been with Bitcoin. So we did have a supply line we broke down from. We had this falling wedge pattern we broke down from. However, didn't really break down. So, you know, interesting times with the traders. You got the bears out there trying to sell it off. You got the holders out there not allowing them to sell it off. And then you have, honestly, I think it's China that's bullish on crypto right now, and they're buying up everything. So we're in a very interesting time when it comes to the charts. Let's go ahead and look at Bitcoin on the daily. So Bitcoin stochastic on the daily has actually reset. We have gotten back close to the 50 simple moving average, which is absolutely amazing. That's what we wanted to do for a while. You can see we're back in neutral territory on the relative strength index, and our MACD does look like we are showing bullish divergence. Well, not bullish divergence, but we're starting to see a lack in sell pressure, which is great. That's awesome. That's what I like to see. We can readjust this, have the falling wedge look like that. That's fine. So if we do readjust it based off the 4 hour, there we go. We got something that looks kind of like that. Now the movement still the same. Looking for a six-ish percent rise. Okay, I guess like a 7% rise possible. 7% rise. I'm looking for Bitcoin to come up here and test this level at 24,648. So I am looking at Bitcoin making a solid move between today, tomorrow, even the rest of the week, as long as this persists. I think we have some economic data coming out here in the U.S. this week, but I can't remember what days it is. Hard to keep up with it. All I know is the market's going to react off every piece of data we get because everything is so reactive right now. It's kind of obscene. I don't like it. Anyways, as of this moment in time, Bitcoin looks fine. 4 hour looks like it's curving to the upside, getting into the bullish control zone. Our stochastic is higher than I'd like. However, that's a 4 hour thing. We could see positive movement for the next hour and 13 minutes, hour and 12 minutes, I should say. What is going on here? Interesting. All right, so we are hitting our resistance, which was our former supply line, now is posing as resistance. If we cannot break above that, I would expect a back test on this falling wedge pattern because we have not back tested it yet. And noted, if we do get that pullback, that's going to cause the entire crypto space to basically drop with it. So keep that in mind. It's a possibility of a nearly 4% decline from where we're sitting, but the bear case has not been playing out too well. So shorting right now, I mean, good luck. I personally would not want to do that, but hey, good luck. We do have this new supply line we're putting in right here. We're bouncing off of it. So we would look at first to see a little support there. We do have this rising wedge pattern, which we cannot ignore. Rising wedge pattern right here. And we are at the top of that wedge. So keep that in mind when it comes to your trade, because lo and behold, we have a measured move to the downside right there, which would coincide with a back test. So could we pull back right here? 100% we could pull back. If we end up going to the upside, though, it's going to be a very quick and violent move straight up to the 7% and possibly a little bit further. Possibly a little further. Nope. We would be testing that 24,648. So that is the bullish and bearish case on this particular move. Your 1 hour still has a little bit of room to run to the upside. but it could roll over. Your 15-minute wants to roll over for Bitcoin. So yeah, there's that. Anyways, the advantage might be the short, bounce off the supply line, and then we could see a move to the upside. I would say the short would be in play. However, as soon as I think the shorts are in play, well, it goes up. Just kind of is what it is these days. It's kind of wild. So if you guys want the price to go up, put a short in. Now, let's go ahead and look at some honorable mentions. Things I've been staring at, which I believe will play out pretty well. Here we have OP. OP has been an absolute monster as of late, ever since the Coinbase news. We do have a formal backtest in the process of happening. We could see a 5% rise right after that is done, which is great. I mean, the amount of sell pressure up at these levels is amazing. Like, honestly, I didn't expect to see this much sell pressure at all-time highs for OP, especially off some amazing news. Considering news-driven catalysts, they can really make for some volatile times, but neither here nor there. Let's come out to the 4-hour. 4-hour, you can see you have plenty of room to run to the upside. You have broken out of this falling, broadening wedge. You have broken to the upside. You currently have already not only fallen back in, but back tested as support. Now you are fighting against what I would say is your last level of resistance, because that is your previous all-time high. The only thing stopping you from there is your current all-time high at $3.22. So OP is one to keep your eyes on. If you do get that break to the upside, if you get this 5%, then you would be looking to test the high at $3.28. Break that, off to the races. Probably see you at $4.50. Probably $4.50. So that's what I see out of OP. Definitely need to put that on your radar. Another one that needs to be on the radar is, where was it? YGG. So I posted this inside of Discord. Also, links down below. If you're not in the Discord already, jump into the Discord. Anytime I see something that is of relevance, I post it. So, anyways, we have this beautiful falling wedge pattern. We have a nice flag, 4-hour time frame. Your stochastic is a little high, don't like that. However, your relative strength index, you are in the neutral zone. So this might trade around sideways. You could even test the bottom of this again one more time before taking off, but it looks great. On the daily, you can see your stochastic has reset. Relative strength is in the neutral territory. You're also above your 200 simple moving average, which is phenomenal. Your 1 hour still has room to run. You are currently trying to get back up here. I would expect a test of the 200 simple moving average, then come back down, possibly dropping back into this range where you're at currently before seeing that rise. That would make a lot of sense to me. We'll see if it plays out. But that is YGG. Also, upon a successful breakout, you're looking at 41% upside. So keep it on the radar. Keep your alerts set. One trade, full transparency, I'm currently in is Render. So Render, I jumped into this trade this morning as soon as I saw the breakout. We have broken above our former support / resistance. We are above it. We have broken out of our falling wedge for the second time. Now this is what I was talking about with YGG. See how you broke out, you came back in, tested that 50 simple moving average on the 1 hour, and now we're breaking out again. I think that's going to happen with YGG just like here. All we need to do for Render is break above this resistance level at 156.6, hold it as support, and then I can see the rest of this 37% playing out to the upside. So I have my stop loss just below our now should be support. It is 1417, and I'm just waiting for this to play out. Anyways, as long as Bitcoin doesn't pull back, this should be fine. All of these trades are really contingent on Bitcoin. Bitcoin, because Bitcoin moves the market. Bitcoin decides to have that little 4% pullback or 3.5% pullback, it's going to drag this back down, more than likely back into this trading range at 142.23. And then we might reconsider jumping back into a long, but I would get stopped out at that point. So keep that in mind. Another one that needs to be on the radar is Lena. If I can find it. Lena, there you are. So, Lena. This one I posted in Discord yesterday because it was like the inception of falling wedges. So you have a massive falling wedge, a second large falling wedge, and at the time we had a third one that I did take the trade on, and it was successful. But we had this falling wedge right here that I took the trade on. Right here. Right there. I took the trade on this, wrote it up literally to this level, I believe, because we hit not only our measured move, but we got a little further than that. I was on very high leverage, but this was the first move. We have traded sideways. Now it looks like we're ready to make the larger move. We have put in a new supply line, so you would just need your stop loss below this supply line. You're looking at what was supposed to be 16% gains. Right now you're looking at another 12% upside based off this falling wedge, and then you would also look for a back test of the larger falling wedge for this move. So possibly it would come back down here, over here somewhere, 19% upside after. That is provided Bitcoin plays ball. I'm going to keep saying that because if Bitcoin doesn't play ball, don't get mad at me that these trades don't work out. Bitcoin bullish, whole market bullish. Bitcoin bearish, whole market bearish. Anyways, Lena. So anybody who got in this trade because you're in the Discord and you decided to look in the tab where it says trade setups, you definitely got notified on this one, and you got to see a little bit of gain so far because I did post it back in this range. So a little bit of gain so far. We'll see how it plays out. We will see how it plays out. Now, one, I'm going to tell you, I do not want you to get caught in this. I believe it's an opportunity at making a lot of money, but it's also an opportunity at losing a lot of money. So we do have CFX. Now, CFX actually has me a little worried here. That's also why I have all these price targets to the upside. If we do get a confirmed breakout, I would say definitely wait for that confirmation. Do not jump into it early because this could wreck you. Simply put, the daily looks terrible. The daily looks just awful. So on your daily, you can see we're in bullish control zone, yes, but we're completely overbought. Your stochastics do want to start curving to the upside. We do have this one level of support. Actually, let me go to a chart with a little more data here. More data. So you can see we did have these levels as resistance formally. We have not actually touched it. We haven't even come down to touch it. We came close. Get rid of this. So we came close. We touched it once. This is not really a confirmation. That's what has me worried about CFX. That's also why I do believe it could go down lower. However, if you do break to the upside, if you do, your first target's 42 cents. First target. Second target, 52 cents. And you can hit anywhere in between that. But we do have the ever famous falling wedge. No, bull flag. We have a bull flag here. Oh, we do have the falling wedge because 4 hour gives us more information. So we have the famous falling wedge pattern where it does look like we are trying to break to the upside. So as I said before, wait for that confirmation. Definitely wait for the confirmation. If the market goes bullish, which I think this is going to be a good week, but I could be wrong, you would be looking at massive gains on this bad boy, getting up to 45 cents. 45 cents. Wait for confirmation of a breakout because this is a 93% move to the upside. Anytime I see that, I normally think you're going to play around in here a bit more, possibly come straight down to the bottom, false bearish breakdown, which then would move our target over here. And that would line up way better with positive movement. However, that's still 100% move. It's a 100% move. So keep that in mind. Keep it on the radar. I do believe we should come back down here to the 20-cent range at least one more time. But if things get really bullish, if they get really bullish, we might not see it. It might just take off. You can see this great accumulation down here. I just don't personally trust it because of the daily. The daily time frame, we are way too far away from our 50 simple moving average for me to feel comfortable. Way too far away. So I'm not personally entering this trade until I see this 50 simple moving average on the daily get a lot closer to price action, as well as a confirmed not only breakout but back test. Former resistance turning into support. If I don't see that back test, I am not getting in it. Period. Dot. Not doing it. So, those are my thoughts on this particular token. But out of a bullish market, I could see CFX coming down to 20 cents. I could see that. Maybe you test this level up here. Maybe you even have a false breakout before coming back down. Couple things could happen, but I just don't think the breakout's coming right now. I think it's just going to trickle down slowly, just like Aptos did. Speaking of Aptos, Aptos is in a very interesting spot. Let's go ahead and check out Aptos, because Aptos, it was showing a great falling wedge. Noted, this could still play out, because it could just be redefining its falling wedge, like this. Little redefining that happens all the time in the markets, and if that is the case, we are breaking out right this moment. We're sitting on top of support, which is great. Out of the smaller pattern, you're looking get rid of this. Out of the smaller pattern, you're actually looking at some nice gains. Nice gains could happen. 35% upside. So 35%, nothing to scoff at, but what it broke out of, or what it's been working on this whole time, is this larger pattern. So let me make this a little more defined here so you can see it. So, actually, let's make it bigger. So you can really, yeah. There we go. We'll even change the color. So you can see you have not only broken out of this larger flag, you were dancing along that support line this entire time. So I tried to play around with this. I couldn't. Couldn't at all. It was irritating. I didn't like it. But finally, after we had this little false bearish breakdown, we've come back up, back tested support twice on the 4-hour. Now we're moving to the upside. Not only 35% upside is potentially there, but now we have this much larger move, which could bring us up to 67% upside. So we're going to wait and see. I probably should be in this trade, but I'm not. I want to see it break above more levels of resistance first. If we can get above and hold above 1425, then I'll have a little more faith. But we also have this level of resistance right here at 1471. If we could break above that, back test it as support, I'd have a lot more faith in this larger move. It's just, I don't like getting burned on trades, so I'm not in this trade. If you believe in this one, you can jump into it, especially because your daily, you are sitting right on top of that. Actually, you're right below the 50 simple moving average, right below it. So we could see that pop to the upside, and it could get that 67% gain that we're looking for. Well, we're just going to have to wait and see. We're just going to have to wait and see. Another idea, broadening wedge situation, falling broadening wedge. You would see this play out to the upside. Then a confirmed backtest would be very nice. So we could see that on the daily time frame. We can see that. So that might be the play. And if that is the case, your new target would be 22.91. Couple options for Aptos you could look at. Couple options. Um, yeah, so that's what I'm seeing so far in these markets. Those are a couple tokens that I think you should keep your eyes on. Been live for about 20 minutes. Nobody's here. So if you are seeing this video later, please hit the like, subscribe, and join the Discord. Yeah, and if you guys could do me a favor and drop in any requests that you have, that would help in the Discord. That would be great. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. Hopefully your trades are going well, and let's hope that we get some green this week. Let's get Bitcoin to actually break above 25K. That would be amazing. One last look at Bitcoin. Looks like we're going up. Looks like we're going up. So we might get that breakout after all, instead of the drop. Look at that. We have broken above the supply line. Now we're just fighting against this resistance. Or make that red. Or orange. No, red. So we're making it red. Hopefully we break above it. Hopefully we hold it as support. We'll see how the day pans out. Anyways, good luck everybody. Take it easy. I'll catch you later.